I had to record an ad while I still had the stash. You know, that's why our advertisers pay the big dollars. Our first one, of course, Squaring Around is proud to be brought to you by Elite Sports. It's the only apparel company that's got our official podcast gear. If you want to support the show, buy a hat, buy a sweater, buy a jacket, buy a baby's onesie. We got it all. EliteSports.com. Use code SQUARE at checkout. Squaring Around is also proud to be brought to you by Homefield Apparel. Homefield is your one-stop shop to get every team in the entire universe of college athletics. Not Texas State yet, but I promise I've been sending these off-season emails. What have you guys been doing to get this partnership off the ground? Hey, I'll take the money where I can get it. Homefield.com, use code SQUARE at checkout, buy a friend a gift, buy something to something. Hey,
Tired of winning the tailgate but losing the games? We can't help that. But we can tell you what the hell is up with each team and what's going on across sunny San Marcos. Texas State fans, get on your feet. You're listening to Squaring Around with Jacob Rodriguez and Andrew Zimmel.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to Squaring Around. I'm Jacob Rodriguez. Andrew is in Europe. The dude finally took a vacation. He's been in media for at least 4 years. This is my fifth year, and I started just a tad above him, I think. It's probably like 6 months before he started. Um, so he's been in media for like 4 years, and he's never taken a vacation. So his family's been postponing this trip to Europe, to the Czech Republic and stuff like that. And finally, time to take the vacation. So he took the vacation. He's been having fun, letting loose, letting his hair down. You know, he's on wife watch. Let's be honest. He's doing some 90 Day Fiance stuff. He's gonna bring back Svetlana. He's gonna lie to her about how big of a radio star he is in America, and then hopefully, he finds love. That's really what I want for him. The football season, he can be a pain in my. So I'm really just kind of hoping that he finds something else, finds a creative outlet, finds a muse. Maybe he needs what Bill Belichick has. So food for thought. This week, I'm super proud to be joined by a pair of track athletes. And I'll talk about baseball because I know that's what everybody wants me to talk about after crashing out about this team the entire season. But I'm joined by two track athletes, Aiden Hayes and Kason O'Reilly, two high jumpers. So you guys know my affinity for Charles Austin. He's been on this show before. But these guys are the dudes doing it right now. They're like besties. So it's a really fun podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, let's talk about baseball on the back end. So here's my convo with Aiden and Kason. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Squaring Around. Andrew is still on his vacation in Europe, but I get the privilege of being joined by Aiden Hayes and Kason O'Reilly, Texas State track and field's best jumpers, pretty much. These guys have been putting up crazy numbers. They also had like a viral like Instagram reel a few weeks ago where they're both getting the crowd going at one of the meets. It's just really cool to talk to you both because you guys are such high achievers, literally setting the bar high every day. Uh, just like what is this like year meant to the both of you guys? We'll start with you, Aiden.
This year for me has been like my growth year. I feel like last year I had a lot of potential, but this year I really started to show others like what I can do. So I think growth was probably the biggest thing for me this year, and being able to have a teammate like Case and just being able to push me and stuff is it's a blessing.
Yeah, same for me. Like this is my last year, and had a lot of high expectations going into college, and so for this year to really I build a pop off and have like Aiden said, like have a great teammate. Like we push each other every day, and that's what makes each other makes us great. Um, it's a blessing.
And track and field is one of those things where you're just going head to head, like regardless, you're posting times, you're posting different scores and different jumps and stuff. I was talking to Tyler before I was on the phone with y'all. But I was like, I wonder what it's like having your teammate be your biggest op also, because one person is going to stand on one part of the podium, the other person is going to stand on the other one, but you both are training, you both are putting in the work every day. Just what's that relationship like between the both of you guys?
Cason's probably one of my best friends on the team easily. So, I mean, yeah, we go back and forth in competition, but at the end of the day, that's my dog. And it just sucks because we're both really big competitors and we both want to win. But the podium, I, I don't know. There's one, two, it don't matter what position we finish. Like as long as he's the only one that beats me, that's fine. But if it's another school, I'm not with it.
No, exactly. Like if we're 1 and 2, that's fine by me. Like a conference, like we both jumped a crazy bar. It was 1 and 2. Like that's fine by me. If like nationals and stuff, if we finish 1 and 2, if either way, that's still two Bobcats at the very top, and not a lot of schools ever do that. So I find it very cool that it's me and my teammate, number 2 in the nation together. So it's really awesome.
And it's just extremely special. Of course, we're talking about high jump for this category. Is it even more special? Just Texas State, the pedigree that Texas State has. We talked offline about Charles Austin. You both kind of have some stories about Charles Austin, but does it make it extra special? Charles Austin Drive. Does any of that mean anything or no?
Yeah, 100%. Like like when you think of best high jump in America, think of Charles Austin because this man's the Olympic record holder and the American record holder. And you know, and it's not a and Texas State's not a big school. So as if you think of track and field, that's all you really think about. And to have two high jumpers, I don't know how many years has it been since he competed? Like
Much
35 years, a long time. And for two high jumpers to come out the blue and just start killing it, it's pretty special.
Feel like a lot of things have to like line up for it. Like last week we were talking to Abigail Parra on the distance team. She's a stud. But like I feel like so many more things have to go right in like the field part of it, because it takes like just freak athletes to be able to do what you guys are doing. Like Charles Austin, perfect example of just like a freak athlete, coached himself all the way like through the Olympics. Like, I don't even know how you do that, honestly. I want to get into his mind for a little bit, honestly, because I feel like if I could like have that level of confidence in myself, I could take over the world. I'm lucky. I guess we're all lucky that Charles is really obsessed with track and field because he could
No, for
probably put
real.
that energy into something else and take over that too, like business. He's done a bunch of stuff, so it's really cool. Yeah.
think mindset's probably one of the biggest things you could have. If
Mhm.
nobody else can believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And he went out and accomplished all his goals. And I'm just me and Kason are trying to do the same thing.
Like, because we were talking to Abby last week, and like I think in like the fifth grade, fourth grade, third grade, the coolest person in school was always like the fastest person. When did you guys
That's
figure out you could jump higher than anybody else in a specific way? Because like that high jump is like very special. It's a lot different than like triple jump. It's a lot different than any other field thing too. And there's a lot like I think like a different level of swag to it too. You can get the crowd involved. I guess you can get the crowd involved in triple jump. They try to do the clapping thing too, but I feel like it's different, you know?
Um, hey, you want to go first on this one?
yeah, sure. Like I don't know. I think you're right with the different type of swag area. You see somebody jump over a bar and then it stays up and they get all hyped, get everybody involved. It's a great feeling. Get all that adrenaline pumping. But I really didn't like I wasn't really that good at high jump. I was really training to dunk a basketball. And then like I got good at high jump as a byproduct of that. But basketball was my main sport in high school and then I chose to pursue track in college, and it just paid dividends, man.
For everybody listening to the audio version of this, I have to point out that Aiden is also wearing a Bobcat basketball t-shirt. Not saying anything, Coach Johnson. I'm not trying to take away from track and field, Coach Frazier, but hey. So can you dunk a basketball?
Yeah, we actually had a dunk contest, I think January 30th, and me and Kason put on a show, man.
Yeah,
If you weren't there, bro, you missed out. But
I missed out. Yeah. So tell me about it. What was it like? Tell me the setup. Tell me everything.
yeah, so we were supposed to go like during halftime, but then they had something else going on. I think they were
It was like football ring ceremony, like football like
yeah,
trophy or something like that.
that's what it was. Yeah. So we
This
went
is during a
during
basketball game.
Yeah.
yeah, we were playing Louisiana, I think. And we went during two timeouts and during the first half. And I missed my first dunk actually. We both had three dunks apiece. And one in the first timeout, two in the second timeout. I missed my first one, but that got all the nerves out. So it was good after that. And then the second timeout, I did a 360 windmill, Vince Carter, and I did between the legs and reversed it, put it in with two hands. But no, it was a great environment. It was really nerve wracking at first, but
Oh yeah.
it was a great experience for sure.
No, that was really fun. Like I did a I did a I don't know what to call it. I just went up, did like a kind of like a reverse type windmill thing, and
I
then
said first windmill.
yeah, just
It looked
reverse
good though.
windmill with and finished it behind your head, and then it was hilarious watching back on the film. Like you see some basketball players like staring at me like what the heck, and then uh and then I attempted a free throw line dunk and I barely missed it. Like it was.
Would have
It
shut the
was
gym down. That would have shut it down.
Nah, that would have been. Nah, I wish I would have made that one.
That's insane. I'm pissed now that I missed this in real life. Like now I got to go back and try to see if I can get some tape of this.
Nah, it
I
was.
could. We got some videos.
You got some video?
I could send you
Yeah,
some.
Yeah, please, dude. This is insane. Everybody online is gonna try to sign you both to the basketball team tomorrow. Like this is gonna be crazy. So have you guys always liked? Well, I mean, if you can jump, I guess you can do pretty much any sport. Like I'm sure you guys probably played around like volleyball nets and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I love volleyball. Like I used to
Me
play
too.
growing up all the time,
See? Oh,
and I remember in high school we had a senior versus like junior type game, and the men's like the girls volleyball team had a coach the men's like just the guys, and they made me sit out halfway through because I was uh I
Too
was too
good.
good for I was too good because I was just jumping because everyone knew I'm a high jumper and they had the bar at 7 feet. They had the net 7 feet and I could jump 7 feet in high school. So I was like, we can do this, throw it up there, just boom, I spiked on everybody. That was so fun.
dang.
We play volleyball at the river sometimes. Not as much anymore because we're in season. But I mean, I love volleyball.
It's,
I also did I also did basketball and soccer and baseball, but I wasn't really good at baseball or soccer. But like my parents, they just had me try everything, and basketball and track is really what stuck.
yeah, same. That's kind of like me. Like my family, I did baseball, soccer for 1 year. That was not my vibe. Football, but then I played basketball my whole life. That's actually how I met Charles Austin. My ninth grade year, I was playing against Seguin and his son Cameron, coach for them. And I went up there warm ups and dunked it. And he was like, "Hey man," he's like, "You high jump?" Yeah, I high jump a little bit. I wasn't very good at the time. And he's like, "I'm gonna get you in the gym. Like you come work with my brother and stuff, and we'll figure something out." And then I think I proceeded to drop 25 on Seguin. We lost by like 2 points though. But after that, it was like I was really just stuck on high jump, and then just fluctuated through that to high school. Went high jump basketball, and but I still, to the very end of the day, I really wanted to play college basketball.
Dang. Were you still like looking for an opportunity to play at any level, or
Um,
once you got
I
the high jump stuff, you were like, let's do it. Let's go to Texas.
I I did a little bit, um, but like my junior year, COVID happened,
Mm.
and I didn't know if my senior year I'd be able to like go play. So I signed to Oklahoma, um, and so I went to do track at Oklahoma for my freshman year, and then I was like I could play for them too because they weren't very good that year, and then I transferred to Arkansas University of Arkansas, and now I'm here. So been a fun ride.
Oh, again, Coach Johnson, if you're watching this, I know you are. Not saying anything, but hey, there's some opportunities here, I think.
He saw us during the dunk contest.
No,
I
yeah.
know.
Of course, he had to. He watches the show too. Good friend of mine. Shout out, Coach Johnson. But maybe this was all a secret thing that I'm doing right now, organizing this. That's funny though. I didn't know you guys did that. Dang, I'm so jealous. I think the first game I saw had to have been like very early February. You said this happened at the end of January?
Mhm.
Yeah, you just missed it. It's all
Dang.
right.
We were supposed to do it on the first game of the season, and then we started.
November 4th.
Yeah, we started getting pushed back. I was like, it's just we were really like we would have gave a really good show on the if it was the first game because we were already prepped, ready to go.
Hey man, I'm a high jumper. Looks like I can only dunk.
I'm a high jumper. Everybody asks me what my vertical is.
I'm a high jumper. Of course I quit basketball to do track.
I'm a high jumper at Texas State. Of course I'm trying to get his record.
Because that was right before indoor season or right like during, I guess? Or what was it?
Yeah, we jumped. We did the dunk contest during indoor season. We were supposed to do it before even Christmas break happened, so it was weird timing.
So for everybody wondering how important track and field is to Texas State, this is how important it is. It's literally holding up the basketball department in-game like entertainment stuff. I think that's pretty impressive on its own. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's pretty good.
I think it was an enjoyable experience. I think everybody that was there, I think they enjoyed that too. So
Mm-hmm.
Did we win that game or lose that game? What happened?
I think we lost.
Well, okay. See? So yeah, you guys were the highlight. Perfect. When did they figure out you could dunk like that? And how'd they set that up? Like why? Like they were just like, this will be fun.
they figured we could dunk because we both jumped over 7 feet at the time, and I mean we both have basketball background, but the thing was like I had to get in the gym with Kason and like practice my dunks because like I have the athleticism, but I didn't have like the skill of dunking. Like that's a whole different thing, having hand speed, coordination, all that stuff. So we had like a few practices to get it down, and then we showed out. So.
And not saying nothing, I feel like that helped us out on the track also.
No, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I would feel
But
so bad.
because-
You guys are talking about playing volleyball, at Sewell or at the river, like
They can catch us.
I would feel so bad for anybody that's just like walking by and you guys, oh, you trying to play around? And you're like, oh, it's two skinny dudes. Yeah, I got what? Like, how do they jump that high? How can they hit that well? That's crazy.
We're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
The only thing I'm not good at is setting because I'm usually the one getting set. So
Really? Dang. I can't jump like you guys. I'm vertically challenged. I'm only 5'7", So I play libero, I can serve pretty well.
that's what we need.
Yeah, but you had to have that. You had to have that.
Little three-man group, we got it.
Yeah, man.
I want to get back to track. I know we talked a lot about basketball. Sorry, everybody. But I thought that was fun, And Coach Johnson, again, not saying, I'm just saying. Hey, just describe this outdoor season, how special it's been, how hot it's been, and how you guys have been able to tap into that Charles Austin mindset to get to where you guys are now.
This outdoor season, for me, it's been a roller coaster. I can't lie. I started out pretty solid, jumped 7-2 first meet, but then it was downhill from there because I took like 3 weeks off for my next meet, and I kind of forgot how to high jump. Went out to California, and then we went to Texas Invitational, UT Austin, and I stunk it up twice. But then I figured it out for conference. Right before conference, I started to get it again, and me and Kason handled business. And then I actually won Sunbelt Outdoor Performer of the Year, which is crazy because the whole year they do it for Athlete of the Week, and I never got it. And then I got Outdoor Performer of the Year. So I think that was just a special moment for me. Lots of ups and downs, but I mean, I'm happy with how the year has gone so far, and we're going to continue to look forward to build on that.
No, yeah, it's that same for me. Like the first two meets, I didn't jump what I wanted to jump. I went like 7-1 two times, and then I started getting back in the groove. And California, it was like it's kind of the opposite for me and Aiden on that one. I had a decent meet, and then he started clicking, and they're like, all right, because that's the good thing about our competitiveness. It if one of us start doing good, other ones will start clicking soon. And then we went to UT, I jumped good, and then at the conference, I could see him clicking. I practiced. I'm like, all right, his approach looking dialed in. And then at the pre-meet, approach dialed in, flying over bars. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a good meet. And then warm-ups, we got about one jump warm-ups, and that's terrible for us. But when the meet started, I tell you, we were clicking. We were just hitting every bar. It was a crazy experience.
Yeah, we were dialed in for sure.
I almost dialed out. I'm not gonna lie. At 7-3, I was having a rough something about 7-3. Me and my mind, we don't like each other, and unless it's 221. Then, but I had two misses, and Aiden cleared it on the second one. I was like, you know what? I have no chance to win if I clear this bar. I was like, I'm gonna pass this bar, and let's go to my PR. And then I cleared it, and
I knew
then
he was going to clear it too.
well, I cleared that thing. That's when the crowd erupted, and that's when it started getting really fun. And then Aiden, he was locked in. You could see it in his face. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna clear this thing real quick," and then boom, flew over the bar. I was like, "Yeah, it's a good one."
You guys are talking about like, training alongside each other, like seeing each other progress as you go through the season. I'm sure there's separate points either in practice or at different meets like you're talking about when you see each other like lock in or you see maybe they don't clear that bar, but you're like setting it. You're like, okay, he could have done it if he just like kind of locks in on the like, what is it like to just see each other work like that?
Seeing Kason work hard pushes me every day. Um, Kason's more consistent than I have been for sure because I think he's just had more reps. He's been around longer. He's a vet and he knows it pretty well. So he's been more consistent than me for sure. But when I see him lock in, I know it's time to go and we continue to push each other. So
Same for me. When I see Aiden locked in and clearing bars, that's when I start bucking up a little bit. I'm like, all right. I was like, he ain't gonna miss he ain't gonna miss his first attempts. I was like, so I gotta clear my bars, and that really pushes me because if he ain't missing, I don't want to miss because that means the show keeps on rolling, and it's a fun atmosphere.
I'm really kind of glad that Andrew's not here with me as I do this podcast because he would probably just be making fun of me like how nerdy I've gotten talking about track and field. But I think
it's a fun sport.
Yeah.
people forget like how much like the mental component is in it, especially what you guys do. You only get so many shots at doing what you do. And like we talk about all the time about how mental baseball and softball are, basketball to a certain extent, but you guys can both hoop, so that's not a problem really. But like track and field is different. There's a lot of pressure in those moments,
Mhm.
especially when the
I
crowd
like
gets involved, especially when you see your own teammate get really locked in. Like that to me is like where true competition lies. Track and field, superior to all.
Kind of saying like what RG3 said a few years back at the NCAA championships. It was like there's no dodge of smoke in track and field. It's either you line up and compete against the best there is, or you just lose. I mean, it's how it is.
I like it because like track, it's besides the relays, like it's all on you. So
Mhm.
you gotta handle your business. I think high jump is one of the most technical events as well, besides like maybe pole vault and triple jump. But like you gotta be so locked in and focused on what you're doing. It's really you versus you in high jump. Because I mean you're your own team pretty much. Like you have coach to help you with like stuff maybe you can't see, but at the end of the day, it comes down to you versus all the other guys out there on the field.
Yeah. And you versus you. If you can get out of your own way sometimes, like
Facts, you can. If you have a mental barrier, then you're only stopping yourself.
Yeah. And a high jump, that's one of those things you really have to push through. Because if you don't think you can clear the bar, then you're most
You're not
likely
gonna.
not going to do it.
is there like anything that you guys tell yourselves like as you're going through something, as you're making your approach, anything that like hypes you up or like you like lock into?
To be honest, man, it's like I don't want all my hard work to go to waste.
Hmm.
And I'm real competitive, and both me and Kason want to win. So I just tell myself like, man, I really just tell myself lock in, handle business. That's probably what I say, handle business, and just control what I can, really.
Yeah, same. Like when I go up to the bar, like all I'm thinking about when I'm running up to the bar is just get over it. Like I know I can get over it. Just get over it. It's really simple. You just jump over the bar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know a lot of kids have like a mental barrier, especially at like that 7 foot mark.
Hmm.
They try to like they throw everything they're taught out the window, and they try to like just get over the bar, and then or they won't. They just like see the bar go up, and then they get nervous, and then they take themselves out of the game. But I feel like you can't have that sense of fear. And in high jump, you got to be confident because, like I said, man, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So you got to push yourself to them higher heights. I mean, it helps having a good teammate like Kason, but I mean, if you're on your own, man, you got to really dig deep and believe in yourself for real.
100%. That's like I had a mental barrier for 3 years at 7.3. Like I couldn't clear that bar. I jumped 7.2 and a half, no, 7.2 and a quarter my freshman year, and just something. I like Aiden said. I threw everything out the window when it came to 7.3, and it's just a half an inch higher or something like that. And next thing you know, like I hear my confidence shot up. Had good vibes all around me, and then every bar just seemed like easy. I was able to start clearing things. And it really helps when you have a good atmosphere and great teammates to be around you.
I was a 400 guy, so didn't really jump. I tried to jump triple at one point. I'm shorter. I got nice legs. I can get moving. But my coach always told me you can't be more athletic than the bar that's on the ground or up in the air. Like it's already there. You can't beat that usually. You just have to be so technically proficient that is so perfect. So what you guys are saying is insane. Can't imagine jumping 7.3. That would be an insane mental barrier for me.
There
Um,
is a 5'7" triple jumper in NCAA.
See,
Yeah,
I bet their quads are insane though. Like
that
much.
Nah,
dude.
he's real strong.
Yeah,
He's real.
yeah, crazy.
He over there at Oklahoma, but like he calls himself the 5'7" demigod because most guys are taller than him. So for him to be able to compete is that's good on his part.
What does that guy's ankles look like? Oh my God, that's crazy.
No, he's a
Yeah, I don't
freak.
even know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a freak. See, that's what I'm saying. This is a freak activity. If you can do
Well,
this,
same thing for Texas A&M. Like they have a shorter, a real short. Like he's probably like same height, maybe like 5'7", 5'8", 400-meter sprinter,
mm.
and
yeah.
That's just all
rolled
heart though.
just rolled everybody.
You're battling
Just
the lactic acid race, like
yeah.
insane. That's like a biohacking. Like your body has to be better than everything.
Hmm.
People don't get it. Does the metric system mess you guys up when they're like, oh, this guy jumped 2 meters? You get it now or
Yeah, I love the metric system. And actually, like I prefer it more than like inches and stuff because to me, I feel like I don't think of it as much as height wise. Like when I hear like 225, I'm like, all right, that's 225. It's not 7'4.5. Because 7'4.5, like feet wise, that's pretty high. And then so I kind of like tend to not think about the height wise, like with feet.
Yeah, it took some learning. I think freshman year I got it all out the window, like kilograms and meters and centimeters and all that. But like Casey, man, I prefer like them telling me the height and meters, like because people lie about their jumps all the time and be like, yeah, I jumped 7'1". You look on the paper, it's 215 or something, and
Yeah.
it doesn't like correctly add up all the time, centimeters, I mean, meters and feet and inches. But The metric system, it's actually better in my opinion. I like it. It kind of takes away some of that stress that can come along with the feet and inches, thinking about like how high it may be.
I only had like one real question, like when I first set this whole interview up, but we've talked like almost for like 20 minutes now. But it was like because track and field is so like worldly, it's an international sport. It's the sport of sports. Like
Yeah.
because of your last name, Kason, do people think you're Irish? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I got that question at a conference.
Really?
I'm
And then you
sitting there. I'm
talk
sitting
and you're
there.
like, oh, this guy's from Marble Falls?
Yeah, like I'm sitting there just chilling, and this dude came up to me. He's like, "Yo, Kason, like, you Irish?" I was like, "Do I sound Irish?" And he's like, "Not really." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not. I'm born in America, man." I said, "I maybe family roots. Uh, I'm from Ireland, but yeah." And, especially in track and field because there's so many foreign athletes.
hmm Yeah, no, the last time I talked to Coach Frazier, it was because we had talked to Charles Austin, I think during the football season. Um, but setting that up took like 3 or 4 months. So I was talking to Coach Frazier, trying to get this dude on the Zoom call with me, and he was like, I gotta hang up. I'm in France right now." He was trying to recruit an athlete or something, and I was like, I forget that he literally has to catch flights and talk to people, and
Yeah,
if he's
he
in like Iceland the next day or Finland or something like that, I couldn't even.
yeah he travels everywhere. That man, he'd be on Australia, um, everywhere. Iceland. I'm telling you, we have a great hammer thrower from Iceland. That's probably why he's over there. He's like, you know what? I can find me another one.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
He
know.
does a great job recruiting, getting the right people around us. Because like the team, it feels like a family. We have a great sense of community, and that's really what I was looking for in a team at college. And I think he's done a great job recruiting so far. And I mean, obviously, it worked out because we won men and women's conference. So
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, Coach of the Year again, Coach Frazier. So shout out.
yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah.
Casey, you talked a little bit about like your experience like leading up to Texas State. Aiden, I want to talk about like just like what led to your choice to come into Texas State.
So like Kason, I met Charles Austin playing basketball, but it was my senior year, and I had I was playing the AAU game, and because I was still an unsigned senior, I didn't really know where I wanted to go. And then I met Christian. I was playing against Christian, and then his dad was over there, and then my coach was like, "Hey, you know who that is?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "You should know who that is. You do high jump." And then he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm Charles Austin. I've done this, this, and this, and this." And then he was like, "Man, I can hook you up if you want to go to Texas State." I was like, "Sure, man, I'll go look." And so I went on a visit, and I fell in love with the school, the campus, the vibes over here. Coach K is great. She believed in me this whole time, and so I committed. And really, Charles Austin's the reason I'm here, and I'm glad I pursued this route, honestly, over basketball, because like it's all on me. I didn't like the team aspect of basketball because like there's so many things that could go wrong, and I hated doing punishment for other people. I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, I'm really here because of Charles, so and Coach K. They believed in me.
That's really cool, man. So I guess if Coach Frazier, Coach K, Charles Austin himself shows up at your high school basketball game, you're probably gonna be a high jumper at Texas State. That's funny.
And I wasn't as good as Kason. Like Kason went high major D1. You know, people think of Texas State, they probably don't think of like having all the bells and whistles because we're a mid major. But I feel like it's a testament to just how hard we work, me and Kason and all the other guys here as well, just be able to make a name for ourselves on the biggest stage and have us ranked nationally and be able to go out there and handle business. I feel like that's just a blessing.
Well, now you
Yeah.
both have like hosted guys before, probably on like recruit visits and stuff like that. Like, what do you tell them, like to sell Texas State or the program?
I tell them,
Yeah.
I tell them that Texas State has pretty much everything that University of Arkansas has, and just the only thing we don't. I mean, we don't have the.
We don't have the name.
Yeah, we don't have the name. We don't have the extra little bells and whistles they sell to the athletes that don't mean nothing. Like, I went 2 years uh, at a SEC school and did nothing. I jumped 7'2" one like twice, Didn't make nationals, and I go to the smaller school and start popping off. Like, nah, they it just didn't mean that all that extra stuff means nothing.
I think people get caught up in the hype a lot of the time. And me, I was really just worried about myself and getting better in the position I was given. And if I knock down some high major school athletes along the way, then that's just how it's going to be.
That's what I love the most about track too, because a lot of people get wrapped up in the conference stuff. I'm sure you guys maybe have seen it online. Like everybody's very excited potentially about a Pac-12 move or whatever that Texas State will do in the future, or maybe they won't do. I don't know. But as you guys are like setting the bar, like you guys have this like mark set, and you can compare it against any other conference or against any other athlete in any other conference too. So kind of like you're competing against the world the entire time.
You pretty much are. I mean, if we want to make the world team and stuff like that, we gotta compete against the world. We gotta be some of the best high jumpers in the world. Because right now we're both ranked, I want to 30th in the whole world. Which, think about the whole world, that's a lot of high jumpers.
Yeah. It's every former basketball player too, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the best high jumper right now in America, uh, here's a former basketball player, Shepard McEwen. Dude's a dog. Jump 7'9".
Insane. What's next for y'all this season? You know?
Regionals, nationals, USAs, looking to not just go this time, but to be like at the top. You
Mhm.
know, this time it's a comeback story. I want, I really just want to do better than I did indoor and be able to prove like I can, I can win and I can go out there and compete and be at the top.
So y'all already made the cut, right? Because for sprinting and for
Well,
everything else,
we,
it's so different, right?
yeah, we gotta go to regionals first, and then regionals is the top 48 in the West region, and then you get top 12 at regionals, you go to nationals. So that's just we should be good. We just gotta take care of business and stay consistent. We'll be fine.
That's the hard thing for people to like follow along with track is like, where does it stop? Where does it end? How do these
Uh-huh.
guys keep on going? I saw this dude run this. How come he's not there? But it's kind of a system that like works itself out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Uh,
had no idea about all of it until like my freshman year.
What
yeah.
was the learning curve, you know? Like how much do you have to learn?
Well, I mean, I was a basketball guy my whole life, really. And I mean, the biggest thing for me was probably like learning the metric system and adjusting to the training program and have a full year of off season, learning that there's regionals, that there's indoor nationals, not just outdoor nationals. It's a lot of stuff, but I mean, like you said, it's a system and it works itself out. The people who are supposed to be there, they'll be there, and me and Kason are both gonna be there.
Yep. Yeah, that's the same for me. Like I had to learn. I got to college and I'm like, all right. I'm like, so I was like indoor season. I saw like I kept up the outdoor season my senior year. I was like, so they have regionals. You get to college, indoors. There's no regionals. It's just the top 16 go to nationals,
Hmm.
and about certain heights you jump. And so it's like you really had to learn. You learned that how to maintain your body because it's a long season. I mean, shoot, some teams start in December,
Hmm.
and you're going until USA is not until July 30th. So it's a long time. And then after nationals, I'm gonna go try to compete in these other meets because I'm done with college now after this year, and I hopefully can get in some pro meets. It'd be really cool. I'm jumping high enough to get in some pro meets. So if anyone's watching, agents wise, hook me up because I need uh I need to start jumping.
Well, now it's so crazy because all these like I don't know if you guys know Everett Silva. I think he's an NAIA runner, but like he's like a TikTok star, you know? And so now he's
Hmm.
gotten into some of these pro races and he's just TikToking the whole time. So
Yep.
I don't know if that's part of your marketing strategy, Kason, but it could be, I guess.
I post a lot of reels and stuff about like high jumping. It works out,
Yeah, I'm sure.
but just I got a lot of connections out there, so I'm trying to use them all and make it to my best advantage.
I'll date myself too, but when Kanye dropped Life of Pablo and Father Stretch Out My Hands was like the song for track and field when everybody was doing their jump. Like
Uh-huh.
that, I feel like was like a moment for track and field. We're trying to increase viewership, track and field
Mhm.
overall. You know, we're gonna make this a powerhouse like sport again for the world.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it helps Kason because he's been to three different conferences now.
Yeah.
So like he knows like a lot of people, and if he keeps posting, I feel like he can continue to grow his fan base and following. And for me, like it's a little different because I've been in the Sun Belt the whole time, and I'm a social person, but to an extent, and that's like probably my biggest issue. So I don't have as many followers, but I started to post this year because Kason encouraged me to, and it's done nothing but like help me out.
Did I just made an Instagram for this show actually, at Squarin Pod, follow it. But like I think you just need to treat it like high jump, you know? You just need one freak like thing to happen and then everything can kind of roll your way. For Kaysen though, I think you just got to get the crowd rolling with like,
But I'm
O'Reilly, and
trying.
then
I'm like,
just keep it going. Yeah.
I might have to do the chant. I'm telling you. I've been trying to get the announcers at some of my meets that like we host. I'm like, hey, just play the song. Come on now. We can get the crowd rolling with that.
That's funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, dang, man. It's been awesome talking to you both. Wish you the best of luck on your season. Continuing, rolling, keeping it punching, man. Shout out. Thank you guys.
I appreciate you.
So, just for everybody at home, I'm inserting this somewhere in the podcast. I don't know where this will end up in the conversation that I'm having with these guys. But we finished the podcast. We're having a good time. I'm saying goodbye. And Kason's just like offhandedly is like, "Oh yeah, I was tattooing guys or whatever." I'm like, "What?" So tell me about that. How'd you get started tattooing, and how'd you end up tattooing Aiden?
You know what? I got my license and stuff throughout like my freshman year, something like that, and just had to grind. It's not that hard to get a license, really. Um, and so I started practicing, just practicing on like face skin, and I was like, you know what? I can make some money, and I got everything figured out, certified. Started tattooing my teammates. I tattooed myself
This is in
first.
Arkansas, or
Yeah, at Oklahoma, Arkansas. Um, Here, see if I can. I did this on my leg. Uh, did my whole arm. Really, just I like art, so it's pretty fun.
what a oh my God! And show me what he did on you, Aiden.
Oh yeah, so I had just met him pretty much like this a couple weeks after I met him. I trusted him and got my leg tattooed,
This is
and
crazy.
he did a great job, honestly, man. And he did it for a good price too. So I mean, I couldn't resist.
How is this not the number one story in Central Texas? This is
I
insane.
feel like nobody really knows. Like
Nah,
they don't ask us these type of questions. It just like comes up if you talk to us.
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
haven't
mean,
done
it
it for a
did
long
barely
time.
came up for me. I was right there.
No, yeah, I haven't done it for a long time. I've been doing track so much, like I just kind of like pushed it off. I don't really do too much no more. But
He's done a few of our teammates though.
yeah, I used to do like football players at Arkansas, stuff like that. It was really fun.
So it used to be like part-time hustle. Now it's just like slight passion project, or how would you describe it
Pretty
now?
much. Yeah, like it's part-time hustle. Still is kind of. But pretty much is like if my friends want to get hooked up, I don't like I charge them nothing really, and then tattoo them.
Dang. So if I wanted a portrait of Charles Austin on my back, could you do that?
Bruh.
I can
I
do
want
something.
I want the
I'm not a
Atlanta,
big
like where
portrait.
he's celebrating, you know, like
Nah, that's a tough picture.
That is a tough picture. That is a tough picture.
that's crazy. I might have to do something with this real story. This will be good. That was a good little takeaway story there.
No, yeah. It's a fun little thing I do.
Aiden, Kason, again, thank you guys so much for joining us. That was such a fun combo. Coach Johnson, again, if you are looking to add to the team, we got a dude that's already on scholarship. Come on, the paperwork's right there, man. I'm just saying. That dunk contest was insane. I looked it up. I have video. I have video. We put it in this show for a reason. What are we talking about here? Let's talk about something else that was on video. Baseball, the Sun Belt Conference tournament, the first games yesterday. So it's the single elimination part of the bracket. Texas State, number 7. App State, number 10. Again, in the Sun Belt Conference tournament bracket. They go at it. I think a lot of people expected Texas State to kind of limp out of this one. I think App sweep. Sorry, I spent a week in the Valley, so I'm not like speaking properly. The other day at work, I was saying worm, like WORM, instead of warm. What is wrong with me? English as a second language. Anyway, I think a lot of people expected Texas State to kind of limp out of this one, right? App State swept us at the beginning of the year. Didn't look pretty, but also neither did the rest of their season, really. They dropped all the way to 10, made the cut to get into the tournament itself. Enter one Bryson Dudley, a career relief pitcher. That's what they were saying about my boy out of Blinn College, who won a national title. I've been a huge fan of Goggles. I know a lot of people at home have been too. So he gets the start, pitches 9, a CG. We got dudes pitching CGs again. I think he threw like 106 pitches. He threw like 9 Ks. Dude is insane. And people still don't think that's enough. There's still calls for rampant change for the baseball team, and I don't understand it. It's always the loudest dudes on Twitter who are also the brokest that cannot also make those changes, because I have met some of these very scary alums that could very easily switch a program, and they do not have Twitter. They do not have anything like that. You know what they have? Don's number, Kelly's number. That's crazy. But yeah, Bryson Dudley is the story of the game, pretty much. We win that one 3-0. Today, as I record this on Wednesday, what is it, the 21st, we are going to play Southern Miss. We're in the double elimination part of the bracket. So that'll be fun. We got at least 2 more guaranteed games, which means the mustache is around. Hey, what's up? You saw the advertisements at the beginning of the show. The mustache is here to stay, at least until these guys stop playing. I will do a whole write-up once that happens. We're all hoping for a tournament championship, bro. Come on. Talk about it. They play on Sunday. Winners play on Sunday. So I'm super stoked. I hope it happens. Wishing good vibes, good juju out for baseball. So I'm keep wearing my maroon at work because that's been working for me. And look at this. Boom! Slam Marcos. You thought it was sweet. How's it going? Southern Miss. You better miss this. What else do I have to talk about? Let me check in on Andrew. He's supposed to send me some videos, so I'm going to put it right here.
Hey, sports fans. Andrew Zimmel, the Texas State Sports Press, from the other side of the world, right now in Pilsen, Czech Republic. That is right. We are in Central Europe. We're having a grand time. Vacation's going swimmingly. Wore the wrong shoes. First day, 7-hour tour. Feet killing me. Otherwise, life is grand. The food's incredible. The beer's incredible. The lemonade's incredible. Everything has been outstanding. The only thing that stunk was the plane ride, but we'll talk about that later. Only positives over here. 2 big things. 1, wife watch. Jacob's been joking about it. Kind of happened. Scottish girl. Met her at the bar. She comes to San Antonio in a month. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. The other thing, Giants in the Central Europe block. Shocked how many of them there are. We're talking 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", 7-footers walking around doing nothing with this height. I said, hey, call Terrence, call TJ. Let's get you on the first plane out of this country. Beautiful, beautiful city, Prague. Not talked about nearly enough. Beautiful city. But let's get you out of there into San Marcos, sunny San Marvelous, Texas. And let's win some basketball games. So I've been putting it out there, and I said, look, I don't know how old you are. I don't want to know how old you are. Could be 25, could be 15. Either way, I need you on the court next season. So hopefully we can get some guys out there and into San Marcos. I'll tell you all the stories when I come back. Until then, though, lock into Squaring Around. We're killing it out here. I've been keeping up with us on social media. Jacob's been absolutely lights out on the socials. We're taking Squaring Around worldwide.
I hope you're having fun, buddy. Oh my gosh. Long time coming. You know, I was reminding him that neuroscientists have actually linked your ability to turn it on with your ability to turn it off. So that's a really important thing for people to do, is to when they're off, they're off. And when you need to be in, you're on, So Andrew, I hope you fall in love with Svetlana. I hope you bring her back to the US, green card. I know that stuff's kind of tough right now given the political climate these days, but maybe our work here on Squaring Around, talking about the international sport of sports, track and field, will help, Hey, thanks for squaring, everybody.
We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges. Better not come any closer.
Thanks for listening. New episodes out every Thursday. Follow the boys on Twitter. Eat 'em up. Eat 'em up.